my best, even though I'm so stressed out. Everything just feels like a test that I fail, so depressed when I can't seem to get out. But something deep inside won't let me quit. I swear that I'm inspired by all this shit. Tell me that I can and I won't, that's what guides me the most. Your lies, I'll do what I want. I'm inspired by thirst, I'm inspired by worth. I desire your worst, so you can just hide while I work.
Good morning, y'all. I'm back. Okay, let me yeah. Good morning, 3G. Good to see you. Okay, let me show you where we're at this morning, guys, with the Angels. Let me get this camera on here. Oh, it's not proper. At least it's not Dave 2.0. And I really gotta I should have put the different light up here. We're gonna move some stuff around. They're not gonna like me for this. They're real on edge this morning. But there we go. That's a little better. I just moved the tank lid. It's one of those lights with the lid incorporated, So there's that. Oh, but I'm about to put some micron powder in for these babies. 'Cause I'm sure they're hungry after all the swimming they've been doing all night. There's still signs of the bigger babies, so they haven't become dinner yet. So that's good. So let's get them some micron powder in here. Hey, Mitt. Yeah, I know. I was a little worried. I wasn't gonna get here on time. I was at my first morning back, and I'm gonna be so late. I couldn't find my ears. They ran off in the middle of the night. I was like, no ears. Y'all can see these babies are following mom and dad everywhere. Let's get some micron powder in there for these babies. See if they come swarming. Mom and dad is like, what's that? What's in our tank? Hey, squab. They are all swimming, just as predicted. Look at all that. The whole thing's gone. No sign of it this morning. No sign at all. The whole teardrop is gone. My piece of bacopa is back to being a piece of bacopa. I really should have just switched out the light again. I might do that here in just a minute. It might go dark, and then we'll have some better lighting. So, kind of went overboard with the micron powder this morning. You know what? Let's do that. It's gonna go dark for a second, y'all. You're gonna be like, "What's going on? Why are you keep doing this to us?" It's like, well, it's got to be done. Ooh, them babies is a swarming. Looky at that. Look at all them babies. Oh, Laney's got his fur up. Like, what's going on over here? Danger. Danger, Will Robinson. Danger. Is that the micron powder back? I kind of maybe put a little bit too much in there. Oopsie. Went a little overboard with that micron powder this morning. Yeah. I know. Look at that. Isn't that so cool? Now let me move it over here because he just took the babies over there. They follow dad instead of mom. It's like fish, man. They really work at that parenting thing. It's kind of crazy. Mom's over there grabbing up the stragglers, like, get over here. I'm going to go spit you out now. But it is cool. It's like they see parents and they stay right with them. So that's real cool. So many of them. There's so many of them. So a little later, I'm going to have to get in there with a net, even though they're going to hate me for it. And we're going to swoop some of these guys out. Well, I do need to keep those babies fed. That's why, I put micron powder in there. I'm like, come on, guys, let's get y'all fed. I have found, like, if I take a little cup of water, mix the micron powder into that, and make kind of like it's a little easier to like pinpoint it where I want it instead of just sucking it up in a little pipette, like the way I'm doing it this morning. I should have grabbed my little cup. I probably don't need that much of it, but go give him some food. Lainey's like, what is that? Why is that in my tank? But yeah, I got another billion babies. But yeah, so I made it this morning. I don't have to give up my fish collection. Yay, I'm here. It is probably going to be a short one because I am a dummy and I kind of didn't charge my ears last night or my laptop before bed. So that's on me. So this is just going to be a short checkup this morning. Gonna toss the rest of that micron powder in there. Snails will take care of it. I have a bunch of them in here. Lainey was over here all night trying to keep the snails under control over there. That piece of water Sprite is not doing so good in this tank. It might be because of how often it's getting picked at, but yeah, he is not playing this morning. The most consistent thing your baby fish need, fresh water, fresh water. And not to get eaten. Not to get sucked up into the into the filter. Which we're hoping doesn't happen. They need food. Consistently need food and fresh water. So got to top off the tank in a little bit, waiting for the kids to get up, and then I'm gonna be like, hey, we got some work to do in here. I'm gonna do a little bit of water change and top off in here. And I got an Anubias from PetSmart. Y'all, this is the saddest Anubias I've ever seen. It has just completely died. All the leaves have fallen off of it. It's not doing anything. So, yeah, that sucks. Oh, y'all, I don't know if y'all can see him up the. Okay, yeah, I got to get the phone camera out, and because this camera has got the glares on it, it's got a white face around it. But you know what? I can actually turn this down a little too. Uh, So, yep, they're the babies. Yeah, I have not had very much luck. I've got one sword that's trying. It's trying so hard, but it is just not doing it. It's like, yep, 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 yep. But yeah, they're all gone. That little piece of this was the area we were looking at last night, and as y'all can see, the babies have all made it to the tank. Oops, don't drop the. Okay, let's set the micron powder down. Let's just move this forward a little. Okay, there you go. Oop, back a little. There we go. They are baby angels, 3D. They are. Good morning, Claire. I know, look at all the babies. So many babies, thousands of babies. All kinds of babies, big babies, little babies, babies that are not staying by their parents and they're very upset about it. So, yeah, I was saying last night. So, um, Lainey, my big marbled koi, my big marbled angelfish right here. He's beautiful. I love him. He is so huge compared to my other angels. Like the kois, none of them have gotten as big as him. And when I got him, he was dime size at best. He is like the best find I've ever found. I don't know if I've told you about the story of how I even got him. um, and yes, they are baby angels. Sorry, I'm not using my mouse. I'm actually using the touchpad. It's not. I'm not used to that anymore since I got a mouse. Um, but yeah, so I went to my first club swap meet, and it was about a year ago. And this little girl was sitting. She's a teenager. I mean, she wasn't a little girl, but she was a teenager, and on the younger end, maybe 14. And she was sitting there, and she had bags upon bags of angels on this table. And there were other angel sellers, and everyone was buying from them. And she hadn't sold not one fish, maybe two. She sold a couple, but for the most part, like everyone was walking by her, and I was like, "That's not cool." So I went over to look to see exactly what she had, and I was like, "You know what? I'm gonna take that one." And pointed at Laney, and I took him home, and he is a beast. And now I'm kind of sad because I wish I would have got like three or four of them because he's got like red in his eyes. Yeah, I was really surprised they're raising the fry. I have had a couple. This is like the third or fourth batch they've had that have made it to free swimming. And before the others got to where they looked like actual fish, they were still fried. They would spawn again, and they actually would eat them. This time they haven't done that. They've just been pretty chill. It's kind of why I like left them alone, and I wasn't streaming them very much during this whole process because anytime any of the kids would come over by the tank, um, mom and dad would just get very, very aggressive. I mean, they're on edge right now. I can tell the way Laney's got his fins just at attention. He is very stressed out right now. So I don't really want to bug them too much, but I did want to show off their babies because they are being very good parents. And from everything I've heard, it's not normal that they usually parent raise. A lot of angels have maybe had their, you know, instincts bred out of them. I don't know if that's the case. Like if other people have very good luck with parent raising. and I just wanted to give them a chance at it. I didn't know if it would work because every time I pulled their eggs, I never got them to free swimming. So I just stopped pulling the eggs and I just left them with them. And I don't know if it's because I didn't have enough like airflow over them and like the whole tumbling situation. Because I've noticed like as soon as they get to a certain point, they collect all the eggs and they put them somewhere else. And I think it's an area of the tank with better flow, like a better, where the water's actually moving more. And then you'll see them swaying in that area. So yeah, I've been watching them to try to figure out how they're doing it so I can do it. So because I have another set of angels that just they lay their eggs, and if I don't pull them, they just eat them. So or their tank mates eat them, and they're not guarding them, and they don't have any instincts. They just breed them, they slay them. Male might fertilize them, maybe not. I'm not even sure. But then, boom, they're gone, and like as soon as they're done, like 4 or 5 hours later, those eggs are gone. And I thought it was my loach, and it wasn't my loach. I'd apologize to him, but he likes his new home, so he's like, I'm not moving back home, no matter how much you ask. So I was like, okay, it's fine, you can stay. And then I have some Flagacara, um, and they are yeah. So I'm like, and that was another thing. Like these were my two misfit angels, right? I had Lainey in with my group of koi that I was growing out, and they would they picked on him. They like beat him up to the point I had to move him into this tank, and it was shortly after that happened they did it to her. And um so I ended up moving them both in here. It wasn't ever an full attempt to like breed them. That wasn't the goal. But then the next thing I know, she starts throwing eggs out. I didn't even know if Lainey was male or I didn't know what they were. I didn't know if they were a male female pair. I just kind of got lucky. And here they are, being a little misfit couple, and I'm kind of here for it. I kind of want to see what the babies grow up to look like. So I have been focusing my attention all on them lately, and they're really gonna dislike me for this, but I'm gonna have to do some work on this tank later today. And yeah, so that's where I'm at with them. But I'm gonna be here all this week, kind of getting them used to me being here, hoping to tell them not to. Yeah, well, the dice and it came up boxcars. Exactly. But yeah, this is what I've been doing while I've been absent from mornings. It's just kind of focusing on these guys and trying to get to this point. And yeah, like this batch of fry is twice as big as the last one they had. It's kind of wild how many they had. So they're really good parents. I'm just trying not to stress them out. So try to keep mom and dad happy. But yeah, I'm hoping I've got a couple of local ones to me. So I'm hoping like once I get these going, I can take them there. I know every time they come up at my auction at my fish club, like people snap them up real quick. So if I can't sell them there, I can definitely sell them there. I'm still, oh, I've got to learn how to ship too. So that's coming. That's coming real soon. But All right, y'all. I know it was a short morning. I should have grabbed some more coffee so we could sit and chill. Tomorrow morning, we'll probably take a look at the baby plecos that I've got that Mr. Whiskers Jr. just had. Um, that was a total surprise. While all this is going on in this tank, the plecos that I had in here decided, hey, we want to be parents too. So I had to move him out. And um, the funny thing was, yeah, I'll tell you all about that tomorrow, about how that went down with those guys. Um, 'cause, yeah, Mr. Mouse got volunteered as tribute. Don't get your butt stuck between the heater, lady. Don't do it. Don't do that. Okay. All right. I'm gonna get out of here. I'm gonna turn these guys' lights off for a little bit. Let them have some dark time. Mrs. Robinson is looking plump. She needs Mr. Whiskers back. I mean, she's ready to go again, and that's why I kind of think maybe the first eggs. No problem, Nip. I'll catch up with you later. This week. Go get some sleep. I'm about to end it anyway, so you have a good night, Nip. But yeah, I gotta get these guys back together. She is very plump. She's been cleaning up all the food that the babies might not have eaten, and Laney and Lady have maybe not eaten. So she's been eating good. She got some zucchini last night, so she's real chonky. But yeah, I'm gonna get out of here so I can pop this laptop on the charger, get my ears charged up. I'll be back. I'm not sure if I'm gonna be here in the morning. I have a doctor's appointment this week. I need to check and see when that is, but I will. Oh, wrong one. Let's do that. Okay. But yeah, y'all have a good night. I will see y'all tomorrow. Go drink some coffee, hug a fish, all that good stuff. And we'll check in on babies tomorrow. and the mystery plant, because the mystery plant I'm pretty sure is a lily. We're just gonna keep seeing what that guy does. But all right, y'all have a great morning. I'm gonna get out of here. I